doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make smoked pulled pork for winter. Now, I've made smoked pulled pork before, but we're in late October, and although we have an absolutely beautiful day today, we know what's right around the corner since we live in Wisconsin. Winter's coming, and with that, we're going to have a lot of snow and probably sub-zero temperatures. And last year when I tried to do a lot of smoking videos outside in that kind of weather, it was very hard for me to maintain smoker temperatures because the wind chills were like negative 20, 30 below, and it was just miserable out there freezing my butt off. So when I saw my local market had pork butt on sale, I decided to get an extra amount so I could smoke them all today. And smoked pork freezes wonderfully. You put them in a freezer bag, throw them in the freezer in a couple pound bags, and then all through winter, you're looking for something to eat, pull it out. You can throw it in the saucepan on the stovetop or in a slow cooker. You can make sandwiches, nachos, burritos, you name it. Now I have around 33 pounds of pork butt right here, so I'm going to have to pull out a couple of my smokers to smoke these today. But like I said, it's going to be great because I'm going to be making plenty of food for my family and I over the winter. And this is super easy too, guys. You literally need the pork butt and some kind of barbecue seasoning or rub of your choice. I'm using this Kansas City Cowtown, the Squeal. I've used this before and it's very good. One thing I like about it is that you can buy it in this 28.8 ounce plastic bottle. So as you can see, this is a huge amount of rub, and that'll be more than enough to season all these pork butts as well as have a little extra over, the next few months whenever I do ribs or chicken or anything like that. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright, first thing we have to do is season these up. Now, like I said, it's super easy. Now, I appreciate the fat on the pork butt. It's kind of what makes it easily shreddable, and it's going to leave a little liquid at the end, which is nice to put in the freezer bag with the pulled pork, because then it makes it nice to rehydrate in a little bit of liquid. So sometimes people trim some of that excess fat off. I don't do that. And I'll show you here. On the back side, there's a little bit of a fat cap. But like I said, I'm just going to leave it alone. So as I mentioned before, I'm using that Cowtown Squeal hog rub. I have a little left over from the last one I bought. And you know how this works. We're going to season all 4 of these. And make sure you put a nice amount on there, because we definitely want this to be seasoned. And this is a huge piece of meat, so don't think you're going to overdo it. Just like that. We'll give it a quick turn. We want to make sure to get the sides as well. Alright, here they are, all seasoned up. They barely fit in my trays here. But yeah, I'm just going to let these sit here, kind of slowly come up to room temperature. I'll meet you guys outside. We'll fire up a couple smokers. I'm going to be using my char griller auto Kamado for a couple, and then I'm going to be using my pit barrel cooker for a couple, and yeah, we'll go from there. Meet you guys outside. Alright, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to do the pit barrel cooker. Now, the pit barrel cooker is a barrel type smoker. You have this basket on the bottom. You fill it up with charcoal. You take some out in the middle to fill up the little small charcoal basket. I got some apple juice we're going to use to spray and to keep these pork butts nice and moist. And as you can see, I put some wood chunks, apple wood chunks, all the way around. So we're just going to fire up and get this lit up, put this in the bottom of the barrel, pour it in. We're set to go. So let me do that, and then I'll take you over to the char griller auto Kamado and show you how to do that one. Alright, so here is my char griller auto Kamado. I put some lump charcoal in there. We're going to take a tumbleweed. We're going to stick it kind of right in the center here. And we're going to start that on fire. And as I said before, guys, in these types of grills or smokers, where you have a fan controlling the heat, you just want to do it like this. One tumbleweed. Don't pour a charcoal chimney full of coals in here, especially if you want to keep it under like 300 degrees, because it'll go right up and it'll take a long time to get down. So just like that, I'm just gonna like try to put a little piece right there. And yeah, we're gonna give this like 15 minutes, and then we're gonna close everything up and let it settle. Now the pit barrel cooker typically runs 275 to 3 1/4. My experience is it's usually around 275 to 300. I'm gonna run this smoker at 250. I'm trying to time these so they're going to be ready relatively at the same time. And that's it, guys. So we'll give this a few minutes. Be back in a second. Alright guys, it's been close to 15 minutes. My chimney of charcoal for the pit barrel isn't ashed over yet. And the tumbleweed just went out here on the char griller. So what I'm going to do right now is just shut everything down to try to bring it up to that 250 temperature. I do have some wood chunks here we're going to put in, and a deflector plate. But yeah, what I'm going to do right now, you can see it's ashed over nicely. We're going to put the grate on there. We're going to lock this thing down nice and tight. And now we're going to let the fan on the Autocamato bring it up to that 250. So this is kind of cool here. So I'll show you if you guys have your own or just getting one. We put the power on, and you can see right now the grill's 70 degrees. Perfect. You want to now slowly bring it up to temperature. So I'm going to hit the temp. We're going to put it to 250. There we go. 250, and it's saying D1, which is what it recommends you put the dampener on the top here, which I've already set to D1. I better open up the vent on the bottom. There we go. Now we'll let the fan do all the work. We'll give this thing another 10-15 minutes, wait for those coals on the chimney to kind of ash over, and we'll get the pork on. See you in a little bit. Alright guys, it's almost up to temperature. Like I said it at 250. The fan's just shut off. I'm going to pause it, hit 250 right there, and we're going to set this up now for a little bit of smoke here. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. Let me kind of get this out a little bit. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the grate. I'm just going to set it to the side here. And like I mentioned, I have some wood chunks here, apple wood chunks. I'm just going to put around here. So hopefully a little smoke flavor will get going. I'll put some a little bit down too, so that'll catch a little bit later on in the cook. And let's see, we'll do one over here like this. Just like that. Now I'm going to take the heat deflector, stick that right there, like so. We're going to put the grate on, and that's it, guys. Let me go quickly grab the pork. I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, we're going to put 2 here, and I'm going to do the fat side up. I don't think it really matters with pulled pork. We'll put 1 there. We'll stick 1 here. Could be a tight squeeze. And I'm going to put 1 temperature probe. This one's pretty big and fat, so we'll just kind of go right into the center. Right like that. Give it a little bit of slack. Like so. We'll close this up. Alright, we'll close this up like so. And then we'll kind of unpause this. So let's see now. Looks like the pork temperature is 44 degrees. And it's 208 on the grill, but it's climbing again. That's it, guys. Now let's get over to the pit barrel. Alright guys, you can see the coals are just about ashed over there. Close enough. Alright. See the basket on the bottom there? We're going to try to pour right in the center like I mentioned before. Like so. It's always nice to have one of these pokers to kind of move the coals around right where you need them. Okay. And I'm going to try, hopefully, to squeeze both these pork butts on this grate. I didn't really want to go through the hassle of hanging, So let's see if I can get that done. All right, guys, let's see here. Easier said than done. This is where the extra large pit barrel would probably come in handy. We'll put one there, and let's see. There we go. Well, I wish I had a little bit more room to kind of have a bigger surface area, but this will have to do. All right, so we're gonna take the bars like that to maintain temperature. Now what I'm going to do with this, I got to use a different thermometer. This pit barrel doesn't have a built-in thermometer. So let me grab my chef temps and I'm going to kind of slide that right in this one. We got to go at least down to the line. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to quickly put that lid on. All right, let's get that app fired up. All right, let's get going here. We're going to set up a cook. We're going to do pork. We're going to do, let's see, shoulder. Yeah, 201 is fine. Whoops, what did I hit change? Start cook. All right, so it looks like the internal temperature of my pork is 46 degrees. And there we go. So we got two cookers going here. Pit barrel, which runs a little bit hotter. That's why I did that one last. And the char griller. Now we let the smokers do its thing. We're going to bring these pork butts up to around 160, 165. Then we're going to wrap them. So, you know, that's probably what I should do here. Let's do that instead. Let's do target. Am I going to go here and change the settings? No. Let's see. Adjust cooking. Okay, let's go. Let's do 160. We'll do 160. Okay, update. There we go. It beeped. All right, 160. So we're at 45. Now we'll let it do its thing, guys. I gotta go rake a whole bunch of leaves. Monica's gonna come out and help me. My whole front and backyard is just littered with a carpet of leaves. And yeah, we'll let these things go. It's probably gonna take 4, maybe 5 hours at this low temperature to get up to that temperature. So it's around 15, 20 minutes to noon. So we got all day. We'll let it go. I'll see you guys in a little bit. We come back and check on these down the line. All right, we are exactly at 1 hour since I put these pork butts on. Look at how well this thing holds temp. We're right at 250. It's showing the pork itself, at least the one with the probe in it, is 69 degrees. I set the alarm at 160. So let's take a look here. I'm gonna spray a little bit of apple juice on here to keep them moist. I didn't do that initially. Let me pause first, because it was already kind of wet from the rub. So let me quickly put that on hold. Man, this thing is a rock star when it comes to holding temperatures. Oh, look at this, guys. Man, oh man. Woo! All right. Little bit of apple juice. That's it. It's just something to keep it moist. It's going to help some smoke adhere to this pork. Get some on the back side. Yeah, we'll do this every maybe hour or so, just to make sure it stays nice and moist. All right, that's it. Look at how beautiful those look. Wow. All right, let's go over, whoops, and see what's going on at the pit barrel. All right, so let's see. The pit barrel shows the internal temperature 67. The char griller was 69. So we're 2 degrees apart. Oh, actually just shifted to 68. So 1 degree apart. So it looks like both are cooking at the same rate. Wow. Look at the color on this, man. We'll zoom in. And again, we'll hit it up with a little bit of apple juice. On this pit barrel too, I find sometimes when these are wet, they drip down to the coals, so it's nice to kind of open it up, let that fire kind of stoke, get some oxygen, heat up a little bit. You know, obviously, the saying, you're looking, you're not cooking is true. But when you have coals that could possibly be getting extinguished from the meat juices, you want to open it up a little bit. If I didn't have such a big piece of, 2 big pieces of meat on here, I probably would lift it out and use one of the bars to stir the coals. But just looking in here, I can see they're still on fire. I still see some red ambers down there. I'm just going to leave the lid off maybe for another 30 to 45 seconds. You can see now the smoke's starting to come up now as those coals get a new dose of fresh oxygen. Just like that. Man, they look good. Nothing like smoking some pork butt for smoked pulled pork for winter. What a beautiful day today. I don't even know what the temperature is, but we're going to still keep working on those leaves. Just have this wonderful smell of smoke. I don't know if you can see down there, guys. It's a little bit of flame. One of the pieces of wood just caught fire there, which is what I want. Now I'll put the lid on. Guys, we're at the 2.5 hour mark, so it's been an hour and a half. And it shows here, this is for the pit barrel. We're at 111. It's giving me an estimated time of 1 hour 47 minutes, although in my experience that estimated time has never been right in half dozen times I've tried this. So let's take a look here. I haven't been out here. Ooh, definitely taking some color. Let me spray it again. Yeah, the purpose here obviously is to get a nice bark. Keep it moist, let it absorb some smoke. There's one other thing I'm going to do here real quick so you guys can hear me here. It's very windy today, but it's beautiful. It's 71 degrees and we're in October. All right, so what I'm going to do here, just going to remove the poles here. I'm just going to rotate this grate. Just going to spin it around. Kind of change the, there we go. Just like that. And let me take an independent temperature reading just to kind of see where we're at. It said 111. Let's just go in here. Oh, 127. Let's try this one. 121. Ooh, okay, well. 122. We still got some time. So we're looking at around 120. I see it's a little less there. These are big pieces of meat, so it's going to vary. And you really don't need to worry about overcooking these, to be honest with you. Our only purpose here, we're going to bring them up to around 203, 205, 207, whatever, when they become shreddable. Our main purpose here is to get a bark before we wrap them. So another quick spray, a little bit easier with those rods being out. All right, we will let the pit barrel continue to do its thing. I might have to spin this a little bit more, just because of where that rod is coming through. There we go. Perfect. Didn't want to interfere with the wireless thermometer. All right, there we go. We're on 2.5 hours in. We'll continue to let it go. Let's go check the auto Kamado. All right, look at that. Auto Kamado is holding right rock solid at 250. It's showing 114. So we're not too far. You know what? I might crank this up to 275. But let's take a look at it here. 2.5 hours in. We'll pause the fan. We'll pop this open. All right. Oh, man, oh, man. Ooh, I'm getting some liquid. Let's take a look here. Let's do a little independent temperature. It's saying 118. Let's take a look here. 120. See, obviously towards the end it's a little bit more. 119. Let's see this one. Yeah, 124. 129. So we still got some time. Let's hit it up. Close that up. We'll go ahead and unpause. There you go, guys. Simple as that. We'll come back in another hour or so, probably give it one more spray, and we'll be close to wrapping. See you in a little bit. All right, guys, we are at 5.5 hours. And it beeped at 160, but then it clicked down to 159. So it's like right there. It doesn't have to be exact. Our main purpose here, before we wrap it, is to make sure it's got a nice bark and crust on it before we wrap it. So 5.5 hours. You can see it's holding right at 250. This is the auto Kamado. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. I think this is just ready to take off, take inside, wrap up, and bring back out onto the smoker. Let's see. It's definitely putting off more smoke. Oh my goodness. All right. That is looking good. Let's just do a couple independents here. 165, 163. See, this is done. Look at how it's coming in and out. Oh, all right. This one you can see the fat's starting to peel off. 160. Oh, look at how it goes in like butter right here. Okay, and I'm very impressed with the bark. So I'm gonna bring these in. Now, what I'm gonna do when I bring these in, I'm gonna let them cool a little bit so I can handle them. And then I'm gonna come out here, stir the charcoal, add a few more charcoal pieces if need be. We're gonna crank this thing up to, let's say, 300 degrees. Because this last part is just to tenderize it inside that foil. So, let me close this. Let's go check out the pit barrel. Hopefully those will be ready to come off as well. All right, this one looks good too. It's saying 162 degrees at the 5.5 hour mark. So let's take a look and see how these are looking. I did rotate them a little bit here. Oh man, these even look darker with a stronger bark than the one in Auto Kamado. Let's just take a look here. I'll try to hold it up so you can see. 158.9. 166. Boy, that went in like butter. 159. So these are right around the 160. So again, doesn't have to be exact. We're not finished cooking these. Main concern is the bark, and the bark on these look amazing. I'll take these off as well, so we'll take all 4 off. I'll meet you inside. I'm going to let them sit in the counter for a minute so they'll be cool down just a bit for me to handle. And then I'll add some charcoal to this, stir with one of these rebarbs, and make sure we have enough coal to complete this cook. Once they're wrapped in foil, we want to bring them up to around 200, 203, 205, 208, who knows, somewhere in that range until they're nice and tender. And I'm guessing that might take another 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. We'll see. Anyways, I'll meet you guys inside. All right, here we are. 4 smoked pork butts. These 2 here were done on the char griller Auto Kamado, and these 2 here were done on the pit barrel cooker. Just looking at them, they look very similar. I'd have to say the pit barrel cooker looks like it's got a little bit of a darker bark, but barely noticeable, really. I mean, this one's pretty good here. And boy, do they smell smoky. So like I mentioned, guys, I brought these in, I laid them down here, I went outside, I added a little bit of charcoal to both the pit barrel and the Auto Kamado, and I used one of the bars from the pit barrel cooker to stir it around. I cranked up the char griller Auto Kamado to 300, and the pit barrel should be running close to 300, 275 to 325, so it'll be fine. Next, we're going to wrap these up. I'll be back in a minute to show you what we need to do. Alright, so this is what you need to do. You can use aluminum foil like I am right now, or you can use butcher paper, or you can even get one of those disposable foil pans and then just cover it with aluminum foil. So get a decent sized piece, shiny side up, okay? We're going to take a couple of tablespoons of butter. I'm going to do 2 per each pork. I'm going to put those right on the bottom here. And then we're going to put one of these wonderful looking porks right on top, okay? It's going to melt real quick. I got some of that Cowtown to Squeal hog rub. We're going to just sprinkle a little bit on top, just a little. It's already pretty good, nicely seasoned. Just a little bit like that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of turn up the corners of this foil because I don't want any liquid to run onto my kitchen counter here, okay? Just like so. So now I'm using some of that apple juice that I used to spray. Now you can use whatever you want. Water, beer, apple cider vinegar. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff. We just want to create a little bit of an atmosphere where this can steam a little bit and bring it up to that around 200-degree range and kind of get it nice and tender. Maybe, I don't know how much that is, quarter cup maybe. All right, so now very gently, obviously we don't want this stuff to leak. Okay. So, all right, and just as a double safety, let's take another piece of foil, and let's see, the sides, these were wrapped up, so I'm going to do it this way now, just the opposite. Just like that. Not very difficult, guys. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to do the other 3, and then I'll meet you back outside. We'll throw them back on for another hour or 2 and get these things up to 10. Be back momentarily. All right, here we are. These 2 were on the pit barrel. These 2 were on the auto kamado. I'm going to take the probe that I had in the one in the pit barrel and put it in the bigger one here, just right through the foil. Oh, now that hit the bones. Let's go at it sideways. I want to make sure it's pushed in like that. That way I can just keep track. I want to keep them on the same cooker. So that's it, guys. Let's go back outside, throw these on. We're in the last part of the cook here. It should be easy breezy from this point on. Meet you guys outside. All right, the auto kamado is at 315 degrees. So let's pause. I keep forgetting to pause, or hold, I should say. There we go. I'm going to put the bigger one. That one's probably the smaller one. That one. Alright, and now we're going to put the probe. This probe was attached. So this one's going to go right here. Again, hopefully it won't go in the bone. Perfect. Alright. So 300 degrees. At this point, we're not worried about smoke, so don't add any wood or anything like that. Main purpose here is get these cooking. Let's see. There we go. Like so, and it's showing right now 150 for the Pro, but that must just be because it was out of the smoker. Oh, it's 152. It's already climbing. That's it. Meet you over at the pit barrel. All right, let's get these on the pit barrel cooker. I said I did add some charcoal. In fact, let me quickly, looks like it mellowed out again. Got a whole bunch of coals on the one side here that just do not seem to want to get lit. Let me see if I can get a couple warm ones over there to kind of get this thing roaring a little bit. There we go. All right. Now let's get those pork butts on. One right there. And second one right there. Actually, let me spin this grate a little bit. What I'm trying to do is avoid that coming in contact with one of the bars. The thermometer. All right. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's let those coals catch real quick just for a second. There we go. We'll see. Now, 1 to 2 hours, I'm guessing. Hopefully not longer than that. Otherwise, we're going to have a very late dinner. I started this at around 11:30, so what can I say? You know, it takes a little bit longer, but you can't rush it. You always got to cook to temperature and not time. So there you go, guys. You know what? I need a beer. I'm hot and sweaty from raking these leaves. I'll meet you guys inside, downstairs at the bar for a beer. See you down there. All right, guys, beverage review time. I'm having Twin Dream Double IPA Shiner Tex Hex Double India Pale Ale brewed with cactus water. 9.5% alcohol. Boy, that's a pretty good description. I don't know what that lady with fire coming out of her eyes. This is from the Shiner Brewery, or no, Spotzel Brewery out of Shiner, Texas. I always get that confused. This is my daughter Ava Grace and my son Kyle.
Hello.
Hi.
They're gonna also have a beverage. Ava Grace is having something from Bolt House Farms. It's called a breakfast smoothie, peach parfait. But I don't know if this is allowed because it's not breakfast time.
Breakfast for dinner?
Breakfast for dinner, why not? I like breakfast for dinner.
Or maybe I can have the rest tomorrow morning, and then it would count as breakfast.
There you go. And then Kyle's having Mountain Dew 2024 Voodoo Mystery Flavor. Maybe that's in honor of Halloween, which is coming up next week. So I'm thinking, does it say a flavor? No, just mystery flavor. All right. Kyle, you better get your descriptive words
Not even
ready.
not even a week.
Yeah.
Not to
just
date
3
it or
days.
anything, though.
3
Well,
days.
there you go. You just dated it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. The game playing probably dating it too.
Unless it's a rerun or something. I don't know.
All right.
I did the last couple voodoos and they were interesting. So I'm hoping this one's good.
That looks good.
All right. And my Tex Hex Twin Dream Double IPA. Whew. All right, let's see what's going on with this.
I was really excited to try this because this looks really good. Breakfast smoothie with a bunch of peach parfait.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
does look
good.
good. All right. A nice head on it. I can already smell the hops.
I can smell. I really like the smell.
All right. All right, guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right, cheers. Cheers to our viewers. All right, let's give it a taste. Tell them what we think. Okay, it's hoppy. Initially, all I tasted was hops, but at the end there, it's got a little bit of sweetness. Not overpowering. Yeah, it's definitely hoppy. It's got a hop kick to it. But it's not bad. The fruit flavor, you know what? It's a little shock to my system right now. Probably halfway down, I'll be in a better condition to tell you what I think. I think I'm going to like it. Yeah, it's good. It's strong, so it's a strong, hoppy IPA. All right, you drink it all.
Because it's good.
All right.
You serious?
I think we should save the rest for dinner tomorrow night.
Not dinner.
Well, it's the breakfast parfait, okay.
But it's really good. I love what's
Well, I
in
don't
it.
think Mom will want you drinking that for breakfast.
I love the fresh peaches and the.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
Good.
Just
Well, you
everything
always
about
love
it.
those smoothies. All right, Kyle. How does the Mystery Mountain Dew 2024?
So, I remember doing the last couple years, I don't remember how many of them I did, but I remember them being kind of like the Coke creations or whatever, where like they're trying to go for something, but you almost can't really tell because it just like, it's almost like experimental. And this one I feel like is probably the most like clear and concise one out of the ones I've had, or maybe just because I haven't had one in a year, but it reminds me kind of like those gummy like the little gummy burgers and stuff, and the gummy pizzas and hot dogs and all that stuff. Like I forgot what brand that is, but like that's what it reminds me of.
Okay, well, I like gummies.
Like,
would you drink that if that was a regular flavor over a regular Mountain Dew?
I don't know if I'd go for this because Mountain Dew has so many other flavors and cool stuff, but it's worth trying.
All right, well, everyone scored this time. Again, guys, thanks for stopping by here. Come on, quick cheers. Well, with the empty cup, your favorite line. And yeah, I'll just keep monitoring the temperature, and once we get up to that 200 degrees or so, we'll do some temperature readings, and then yeah, we'll have some pulled pork. We'll be back shortly, guys. Cheers. Says it's reached 201 degrees. Let's take a look, guys. See how things are going here. 207. Oh, okay. Just how it's going in and out of this. Oh, it's like butter. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. We're gonna take this off, and yeah, let it rest for at least a half hour, preferably an hour or two. You can wrap it up in a blanket, put it in a cooler. I'm just gonna put it in my oven. My oven isn't hot, but it'll like serve as a place to like let it settle, everything come to temperature, get tender. Yeah, meet you guys inside. All right, it's been resting for probably around a half hour. Let's pull out that thermometer. All right, make sure you put it in a tray because there's going to be some liquid here when we unwrap this. Oh, it smells wonderful. It's like unwrapping a Christmas gift. All right. Look at that. Man, oh man. Okay. I got 3 more like this. Okay, I'm gonna remove the foil. We'll get it in the pan, get it ready to shred it up. Be back in a second. All right, here we are. Took it out of the foil. It's very tender. I'm gonna pull out that bone. Let's just do that right off the get-go. Look at that. Man, oh man. Oh, I loved smoked pulled pork. Okay, we'll put that aside. Alright. I got some claws. Haven't used these in a while. Let's just see. Oh. Alright, look at this. The smell. And you see that liquid on the bottom with the butter and the juices from the fat? This is what you want to put in your freezer bags before you're ready to freeze it. You can even add a little bit of chicken stock, beef stock, whatever. You know, even a little bit of that apple juice, just to kind of, whatever, just to keep it hydrated. Because when you want to heat it up, you don't want it to get dry. So, but look at this. Man, the smell of this. This is just one. You can see, and like I said, freezes wonderfully. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. I gotta spend some time tonight shredding another 3. I'm gonna get these in bags. Yeah, I might shred them and put them in the fridge and put them in the bags tomorrow. It's getting late. I gotta work tomorrow, but hey. Like you could pick up big pieces of fat like this. I saw this, you know, get rid of that. Just go through here and make sure there's nothing, you know, big globs of that. Because like I said, I left that fat on. So just make sure everything is good to eat. Take a few minutes to do that. And then, yeah, let's give this a taste. You know what? I can't take it anymore. Let's just, that piece right there. Alright. So tender, man, the seasoning, right on. Alright. Having these heat resistant gloves on is nice too, because I can just go to town. Don't even need those claws, although the claws are fun to use. But anyway guys, I'm going to go through here, try to pick out the fat. We'll be back with the family, give this a sample in just a second. Here we are, one pork butt. Look at all this meat. Oh, it's going to be nice to freeze some bags for the winter. Look at that nice pink smoke ring. Got a little bit of liquid in there. Like I said, add a little bit of stock or apple juice, whatever, when you freeze it up. Just so it has a little liquid so it can rehydrate when you heat it up. There it is, guys. Wow. I'm telling you, you cannot beat this. Welcome back, guys. I'm here with my family, my wife Monica, my son Kyle. Old school here. I just shredded that first one. The other ones are still kind of resting, but hey, look at how pink the smoke ring is. Just
No, I can see that. It looks...
We're not going to
Wow.
do sauce or nothing right now.
The
We're just
smoke
going
ring.
to try the raw product. All right.
That smoke ring is amazing. I'm going to, of course, take a piece of that.
I tell you, I love smoked pulled pork.
You know, I beg
This
you
is
for
one
that.
off the pit barrel, by the way. Oh, man.
Look,
What do you think, Kyle? Or I'll finish your thought.
you know, I'm just saying I beg you for this all year. And you say, well, I've got other things to do, but this is like, my favorite. For real.
Yeah, and look, I've done videos of this every which way, sous vide, smoked. Yeah, and every kind of smoker.
This is it.
But I just wanted to show you how to
That's
do
so
like
good.
mass quantities. It was a little bit more work, I have to admit it, especially raking the leaves. I am sore.
Oh, we both are.
We've been at it all day. We still
Yeah.
got a few piles we gotta go put in the bags within
Don't
the
finish
next
the
few
bag,
days.
so
But
sore.
yeah, but anyway, well worth it, huh?
Yeah, very good.
It took a long time to smoke, I have to admit, but boy, well
What do you
worth
think,
it.
Kyle?
I think it's good. Now whenever we have pulled pork, I think of last year around this time. My school had a business fair and I was like thinking of something to do. And I was thinking, well, what's better than food? Because everyone that comes in, right? It doesn't matter what you're buying, everyone gets hungry. And that's a perfect thing. So,
Yeah.
so we all worked on making some pulled pork, and we made pulled pork sandwiches, and my mom helped me sell it, and we were probably the best-selling booth there.
He marketed it very well. But yes, it was really good. People really liked this.
Yeah.
I mean, you made what, 500 and,
I think over that.
yeah.
In any case,
You made
I
some
think
good
it's
profit.
good because you can really taste, take another bite, the smoky
I don't want to
flavor.
eat it all. It's
Well,
really
we got
good.
plenty. I got 3 more I haven't even shredded yet.
Well, it's for all winter.
Yeah, it is for all
I'm
winter.
going to eat
but
it all now.
We're going to have one for dinner
It's
tonight.
so good.
We'll get some in the freezer before we
I'm
eat
trying
all
to
of it.
pace myself. This is really good.
And hey guys, you saw how easy it was to do. Super easy. You just need a rub and a pork butt and a smoker. That's it.
This is
Add a
really
little liquid, you know, like I said, hydrate it, apple juice, beef stock, pork stock, chicken
It's
stock,
good.
doesn't matter. As always guys, I appreciate you stopping by. If you like it, hit the logo on the bottom of the screen, like on my shirt. That helps you subscribe to my channel. Please do that.
It supports a starving family.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I'll leave a link above and
It
below
does
to my
help.
website, ericsmokingbbq.com, where I have all my videos and recipes. Please go check that out. And thanks for stopping by. I'm looking for it. We're going to make some pulled pork sandwiches with coleslaw.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll put some pictures here at the end of the video showing you some of those sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right.
Good idea.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.